Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Prabhathalovesmovies. Today, I'll be doing a curtain raiser on one of the most anticipated films of this year, Gangubai Kathiawadi. For those who don't know, the film is based on a chapter from Hussain Zaidi's book, The Mafia Queens of Mumbai. The film stars Alia Bhatt in the lead role and has been directed by Sanjay Leela Bhansali. Other prominent cast members include Ajay Devgan as Karim Lala and Vijay Raj as Razia Bhai, among others. Before going into the trailer, it is necessary to talk about the real life Gangubai and her significance. The reason being that not everyone would know about her. The real name of Gangubai was Ganga. Ganga was born in a small time business family of Gujarat. She had aspirations of becoming an actress from a young age. Her father had an accountant called Ramanik Lal. Ramanik Lal and Ganga had a love affair which led to Ganga eloping from the house. However, Ramanik Lal betrayed her by selling her into prostitution for 500 rupees. Ganga had no other option other than to make a living in the red light area of Kamatipura in Mumbai. Slowly, she became one of the most popular sex workers as many influential people enjoyed her beauty. A disturbing incident happened when one of the Don Karim Lala's henchmen raped her brutally. Instead of suffering, Gangubai directly went to Karim Lala and openly told him about the kind of men that he has got in his service. Impressed by her bravery and courage, Karim Lala assured her that he would beat the hell out of his henchmen the next time that he comes there. He also made her his Raki sister. Karim Lala stayed true to his word. By and by, Gangubai's popularity grew and she soon became the Madam of Kamatipura. However, she didn't abuse her position. Instead, she used her influence for the betterment of the sex workers and improving their conditions. She also championed the cause of the orphan children. There is a famous incident involving Gangubai and former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru had asked her, "Why don't you leave this business and marry someone?" To this, Gangubai gave a cheeky response by saying that, "Why don't you marry me and make me Mrs. Nehru?" This left Nehru rather red faced. The meaning of this is that it's easier to preach than to practice. This incident is not recorded anywhere, but it's very popular in the grapevine of Mumbai. Hussain Zaidi's Mafia Queens of Mumbai covered many lady gangsters, out of which you also had Dawood Ibrahim's sister Hasina Parker. Gangubai was one among the many that is there in the book. However, the chapter of Gangubai was the major highlight, and not surprisingly, Sanjay Leela Bhansali decided to pick up this story to make a movie on. One of the reasons also for that, it is written in such a way that you don't mind reading it more than once. A very striking aspect of the trailer is the approach that the director has taken. You can very clearly see that Sanjay Leela Bhansali is catering to both the classes and also the masses. There are several dialogues in the trailer which are meant to raise claps in the theatres. For example, Gangubai says that when women are the embodiment of power, intellect, and strength.
अरे जब शक्ति, संपत्ति, सद्बुद्धि ये तीनों ही औरतें हैं, तो इन मर्दों को किस बात का गुरूर?
Then what have men got to feel so proud of themselves? There are many scenes in the trailer that stay with you, starting from a speech at the Azad Maidan. Gangubai says that you think you lose your dignity by sleeping with us at night. However, we lose our dignity every day, but still, there is a lot more dignity left in us than you. This scene is followed by Alia and the other girls being paraded like furniture. There are no dialogues here, but you can still feel the emotion that she is going through. Similarly, there is a scene where Ajay Devgan's Karim Lala beats the hell out of his henchman for brutally raping Gangu. Here also you haven't got any dialogues, but the bruises and the cuts, along with the body language of Alia, create a deep impact in the audience's mind. The comic punches are also another major highlight of the trailer. For example, there's a scene in the orphanage where Gangubai is asked about the name of the father of the child. This is asked in the context of admitting a prostitute child. Gangubai first says that isn't the name of the mother enough. There's a slight pause and she adds that it is Devanand.
बाप का नाम क्या लिखे?
माँ का नाम काफी नहीं है ना? चलो बाप का नाम देवानंद।
Jim Saab's reaction of laughing out loud is exactly what we feel when we watch this dialogue. There's certain bits in the book which don't make it to the trailer, for example, the interaction between Jawaharlal Nehru and Gangubai. Adding Jawaharlal Nehru also would have brought a different dimension to the trailer. Visuals have always been one of Sanjay Leela Bhansali's biggest strengths, and here too we can see that Kamatipura area has been presented on a lavish scale. Before going on to the on-screen Gangubai, there's an interesting tidbit that has to be talked here. Alia's mother Soni Razdan had played one of the four prostitutes way back in Sham Benegal's Mandi. Now you have the daughter who is headlining a film on the life of a prostitute. From the trailer, it is very clear that Alia has completely transformed herself into the character, the body language, and the general persona is very different from what you have seen in the earlier films. Her comic timing in the couple of lighter scenes is also pretty good. Ajay Devgan as Karim Lala has only got one scene in the trailer, but he still makes his presence amply felt. Ajay Devgan has always been good in gangster roles, and here too the swagger is very evident. The ensemble cast definitely adds a lot of value to the story. I would end this video by wishing the team of Gangubai all the best, and here is hoping that the film is successful in bringing back the audiences to the theatres with full measure. See you until we meet next time.